Hey TikTok, so I just wanted to come on here with a small short announcement. I just want to start this video off by saying I'm not trying to get clout. I literally just want to have a conversation with my father. My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts, okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how black kings need to be with black women, but you're not even in your black woman's daughter's life. It doesn't make sense. You're being a hypocrite. And it's frustrating because I reached out to you. I reached out to you. I shouldn't have had to do that. I'm your daughter. But I'm smart enough and logical enough to know that you would never reach out to me because you don't have my phone number. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't try to reach out to me because for what? I don't want anything out of you. I want nothing but a conversation. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you and you shut me down. You ignored me. You should never be too busy for your daughter ever in life. So I just wanted to make this video to just try to, I guess, somehow find my sister on my dad's side. So if you see this, please reach out to me. Please DM me because I want to know who you are. Why do I have siblings out there that I don't know about? It's unfair, and deadbeat fathers is very common nowadays, especially in the black community, right? We all know Dr. Umar reps the black community or whatever, but you can't rep that if you're not even in your daughter's life. You moving backwards. You're moving backwards. It's not making sense. To the public, you look like this person, but in private, you a whole nother person. And I'm not bashing you. I just don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm 22 years old and you have yet to be in my life. No graduations, no parties. When I get married, are you going to be at the wedding? Are you going to walk me down the aisle? Y'all, I have a stepdad who has been in my life since a little girl. He has been in my life. And I thank God for him because my biological father couldn't even do that, y'all. My biological father is not even on my birth certificate because when my mom had me, he left. And I do have a DNA test. So, yes, I can prove that that's my father. I would never get on here and lie to y'all. That's kind of sick and delusional and crazy. But I'm just making this video because I want to find my sister. And when I reached out to him about giving me her number or if he even had it, I was ignored. So now I guess I have to take matters into my own hands. So if you see this video, sister, please reach out to me because if he's not going to allow us to be in contact, I'll do it myself. I just want to end this video off by saying that daughters who have deadbeat fathers should not have to go through this. This is very present in the black community. And as an activist, I would not think that you would be a deadbeat because you rep the black community so much. It doesn't make any sense. You cannot be a hypocrite. You can't say do A, but you're doing B. It doesn't make any sense. So y'all already heard my mission for this video. Y'all already heard why I'm making this video. So if she can reach out to me, I would love that. I would love to have a conversation with you because you are my sister on my father's side that I have never met. I don't even know your name. I don't even know how old you are. I have a sister on my mom's side and I'm the oldest. I'm pretty sure that my sister that's on my dad's side, I'm probably older than her. I'm supposed to be guiding her. I'm supposed to be teaching her things because you as the father, you're not doing that. So let me do that as an older sister. But that's the end of this video. As I stated in the beginning of this video, I'm not trying to bash this man. I'm stating facts. Facts. And in the next clip, I will show y'all the screenshot of me trying to reach out to him and he ignored me after I asked him if he had my sister's phone number. So here you go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey ladies, welcome back. Y'all know I do not like talking about men anymore. I have to, but I really don't like talking about men anymore. So I'm going to do this and get it out the way. One of y'all's leaders in the black community, the so-called black community, Dr. Umar, has a daughter that he has abandoned, that has now come online and has exposed him as being a deadbeat. This is no shock to me. It's no shock to me at all. I'm actually hearing that he has 3 daughters that he abandoned and that he doesn't take care of, and I'm not shocked. I'm not going to be shocked when black people continue to support him even after this. I've been listening to some of the comments, reading some of the comments, and there are women and men coming for this girl like she's the problem. And that's why I say, like, we don't have a community. Y'all always talk about the black community. We don't have a community. Like, this is a problem. I don't know if y'all know what a community is, but a community consists of grocery stores and banks and healthy schools and like police departments and stuff like that, hospitals. We don't have that. We live in another man's patriarchy who is bullying the world pretty much into submission, who has been doing that for centuries. It's not working right now. They're trying to do it now, but it's not working. For one, y'all, I don't believe that men are natural leaders. I really don't. I believe that women are really supposed to be leading. And I know this for a fact. I'm looking at the men who are leading the world right now, and especially the men who are supposedly leading America. I see what people voted in. Like, they would rather vote that in than y'all. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm going off on I'm going to play this girl's video because I try not to talk about politics too much, but I am all into politics. But I'm not going to start talking about Trump right now because y'all, I went off of my stress meds and my depression meds, and if I start talking about him too much, I probably would start popping some more. So let's get into what Dr. Umar's daughter came online and said. She wasn't even looking for him to have a relationship with him per se. She was looking for her sister, to have a relationship with her sister, and she got attacked by y'all's so-called black community. So let's see what she had to say, and I'll be right back.
Dr. Umars Daughter came on this internet and called him out for being a deadbeat, and all he could do was throw out his credentials. I am the most educated, the most requested, the most, just throwing out nothing but his credentials, right? Like that got anything to do with being a deadbeat. How educated you are or how popular you are has nothing to do with if you're a deadbeat or not. Anybody else catch that, or was that just me? I just feel like Dr. Umar just pulled a Philly ninja move. I said it. Typical Philly ninja move. Be a deadbeat, get called up on being a deadbeat, but then want to say, me and your mother could talk privately or publicly and we could talk. It was your mother's fault. I got all the paperwork. But if you are the most educated man, the most popular, the most requested man, and with all the education, you didn't know how to navigate getting rights overseeing your daughter, I want somebody to answer that. Like, the pause is for a reason. Like, you did not know how to navigate getting rights overseeing your daughter. No, you was just a deadbeat and didn't want the rights overseeing your daughter.
A young woman who is 22 years of age posted a video stating that Dr. Umar is her father, her biological father, and that he has not been in her life for 22 years of her living. Basically stating that how can he be a black activist, so pro-black family, and not be in his daughter's life? And apparently she's posting this video to have a conversation with him, but also get in contact with her sister. He has another daughter out there, and she doesn't know if he's in her life as well, but she tried to get her number from him and he ignored her. He does this thing where he consistently ignores her. So now she has to make a video and try to be heard, be seen, and try to get in contact with the sister. My thing is, Dr. Umar, you are very pro-black. You are a black activist. You want the black family. You root for that, right? You can't do that and not be in your child's life. You know what I mean? Like, she's 22 years of age. I don't know the story. You got to tell us. I'm sure you will. But it's not looking too good, Dr. Umar.
Dr. Umar being a deadbeat does not surprise me at all. All right. I think of him as a comedian more than I do anything else. But like taking him serious as a good black man, no. Never thought that about him, right? First time I was introduced to Dr. Umar was years ago when he was supposed to be building that school. Fast forward years later, school still ain't built, right? He don't practice what he preach. He been out here creating broken homes, yet he say that he's so pro-black family. That's a contradiction. You can't be pro-black family and then be out here creating broken homes. Once I found that out, nothing else he said was taken serious, right? Do I laugh at his jokes? Absolutely. Because black queens forever, snow bunnies never. But I don't ever put nothing past them, right? And it's very unfortunate that he got a daughter that's reaching out and she don't even really want nothing besides the fact that she just trying to build a relationship with her sister and he won't even do that for her. That's extremely unfortunate. But no, I'm not surprised by any of this.
I've known Dr. Umar for 3 years. I met him when I was 24 years old. And this is a recent picture. We just met in June of last year. And we did discuss his children along with a few other things. We met up at Brandywine Diner on Concord Pike last year, and because he wanted to take me out to lunch, and I kind of wanted to talk about like just have a conversation with him regarding like black content creators on TikTok and social media. So while we're talking, we talk about religion, we talk about racism in America, we talk about secret societies, because that was really my peak of interest. So we first started off by talking about why he was in Wilmington again. He's always going to his school in Wilmington, Delaware, because number one, he's being audited by the IRS a lot. When I first met him in 2022, he literally told me he was there because his accountant was caught stealing funds from the school. They were receiving donations for the school, and he was saying that his accountant was stealing money. So he had to fire that accountant, and the IRS was asking for proof, like where the money went. So he started commuting from Philadelphia to Wilmington, Delaware frequently, just so he could be at the school in case anybody shows up and asks why the school's not done or where the kids are at or what's going on. So when I met up with him last year, he was just coming back from the school when we had lunch. I guess the IRS is still asking him about the school because it's not done. Like, he's receiving money, donations, but there's no progress with the school. If you were to go up right now to the school, like, there's wooded boards on the doors, on the windows, there's weeds, graffiti on some of the buildings. Like, it's not in proper condition. There's no AC, there's no heating, there's nothing. Like, it's not, the school's not ready. When we were talking at the table, I started asking him a lot of private questions like, were you married? Do you have any kids? He was telling me, yes, I have 2 daughters. One of them is a teenager and the other one is maybe 7 years old at the time. So the child is probably 9 years old. So he was saying to me that the mother of those girls, or the mother of, I don't know if it's 2 separate women or just one woman, the woman or the women are taking him to court for child support because he's not an active dad. He's not in their life. And he told me that as well. He doesn't visit them as much as he should. However, he visits his mom a lot and she's in Philly. So I just was confused. I was like, how are you talking about being a pillar and how black men are so needed in families today, but you're not even an active dad? He was not an active father. He said it. He confirmed it. I can back this young lady up. He did say that he was not going to be there. And on top of that, he was saying that he would like to, in the future, every 2 weeks out of the month, go to Ghana. He practices Ifa, which is African spirituality. And we were talking about that for a while because I'm kind of versed in it as well. And so when we were talking, I was asking him, I was like, so you never got married? He said, oh no, I never got married to any of those women. But he dated a lot. And I could tell that he was a playboy because he was very, very flirtatious. Very. And also I noticed too, his personality is much different in person than it is online. I'm not sure if it's because I'm a woman or something like that, but he's not as animated. He seems more hyped up when he's like on a podcast or online, really engaging. He was not as engaging in person. And I felt like that was interesting. I was having to ask him questions. He didn't really ask me questions. It's almost like we had lunch just for me to ask him questions. And I didn't really like that because it was supposed to be a back and forth discussion. And so we were talking about a variety of topics. He is extremely flirtatious. And that was the last time I met up with him, and probably the last time, because it was very aggressive because I'm in a relationship. And when I had met up with him last year, I told my partner, like, I'm going to go have lunch with Dr. Umar. He was like, what the fuck? So he was like, yeah, go have lunch and come back and let me know how it goes. But y'all, before I go back to seeing my boyfriend, on my life, when we left, I gave him a hug. He was like, He said, the women got to have booty. And I was like, what? He said, you got to have booty. If I'm talking to you, you got to have booty. Can you cook? I was like, yeah, I can cook. He was like, good. So you can cook and you got booty. And he was backing up from me. He said, He said, business before back shots. Business before back shots. I wish I was kidding. And mind you, I'm in a fucking relationship. So I was like, what do you mean business before back shots, nigga? Like, what? So he's laughing to himself and he goes back to his car because he was going to go back to Philly to go take care of his mom. And I was like, I can't see this fool again. Because what do you mean business before back shots? No back shots are being given. What? Because business before back shots, whose back are you shooting? Because it's not mine. The fuck? So extremely flirtatious. Very much so. I remember asking him too, like, are you and Suki Hana like a thing? Because I know she's from Delaware too. I was like, do y'all, are y'all fucking? I was asking him too. I was like, are you and Suki like a thing? Like you? Because I know she from Delaware too. I'm like, are y'all fucking? Like, and he was like, no, we're friends. That's my girl. You know, she got her own restaurant in downtown Wilmington somewhere. Sure. When you say to me, business before back shots, and you and Suki are just friends, highly doubt it, because you got a big booty too. Anyway, I say all this to say, this young lady is telling the truth. He is a deadbeat father, extreme hypocrite, and huge flirt. This is not the black man you think he is. He's loyal. He got a wife at home. He take care of his kids. He's not that type of black man. He is, he spreads his seed. He told me he only got 2 kids. I feel like it's more. He's not visiting his children. He's not paying child support. And these things came out of his own fucking mouth. Okay? So I believe this young lady, and I just had to wait.
Dr. Umar told that lady, business before back shots. Yeah, he a deadbeat for sure.
Well, I just seen a post that said single moms be having all these standards and they baby daddy meets none of them. Like, of course, he was the lesson. Now she knows what to look for in a man and what not to look for. She stood on business and she moved on. Next.
So I could believe this woman if I saw that women were just having one kid and learning from their mistakes and moving on. But I'm seeing women out here with 2 kids and 3 kids and 4 kids, all the way up to like 7 and 8 kids by 3 and 4 different men. So I don't think that women are learning their lesson and doing better. I don't see it. I just see a lot of different women with kids by at least 3 or 4 different men. 3 or 4 different men. So I don't really think women are learning like that.
We got all of these crazy chicks that's in the comments of these people videos. But the fact of the matter is that they are not holding each other accountable and say, hey man, we got to do better. Hey man, what are we teaching people? And then it's going to be some young girl that think that and validate all of their opinions based off of these popularity videos. And you telling me that we not supposed to continue to have a conversation and hold these people accountable for the decisions that they're making every day. Bullshit.
Umar being identified as a deadbeat wasn't on my 2025 bingo card, but it really doesn't surprise me as much as you would think. Deadbeats are pretty stand-up gentlemen. You would never really know until you know. But the thing that really got me was that he, I believe, acknowledged that that was his daughter, on to say, I'm glad y'all know a clout chaser when you see one. And then he went on to call them mama and daughter Smurf, I believe. So you acknowledge that this is your biological child. You claim that you don't have a relationship with this child because of the mother, even though she's 22. Then you call her a clout chaser. Then you call her a Smurf. Child, your real child? As much as you talk about lifting up African American queens?
Dr. Umar has 2 baby mamas and he goes on everybody's platform shaming black men for being deadbeats. Just for y'all to find out that he is a deadbeat. Y'all been taking Dr. Umar seriously? When I be seeing these Pan-African men, black men that just be so pro-black, I'll be like, oh yeah, he ain't shit in real life. That man don't even take his own advice. He don't even go by his own rules. 2 baby mamas. He gets on everybody's platform shaming black men for abandoning their children, yet he abandoned his own. Why do y'all be shocked? I don't be shocked. I always took Dr. Umar for entertainment. I never took him seriously. I don't know why y'all did.
Seeing y'all react to Dr. Umar and his daughter is hilarious to me. I could have sworn that, like, he was just good for memes and stuff like that. Like, y'all was really taking him serious? What? This man literally said it only takes a small amount of brainwashing to activate the coon chip in the average Negro. Y'all was taking him serious? I was here for the one-liners. Nothing more, nothing less. That man is hilarious. Hilarious. But I was never taking him serious. Like, what? Y'all thought he was the second coming of MLK? Of Malcolm X? Like, who did y'all think this man was? It does not surprise me in the slightest that he is not present in his daughter's lives. He is literally on live, constantly trying to get Nani. That's it. I'm not going to say he messing with the bunnies because I think that's slanderous. But he definitely be on there trying to get the Nani. He is not focused on nothing else or nobody else.
Not bashing you.
Really?
I just don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm 22 years old and you have yet to be in my life.
Y'all know me too well. Y'all know my love for children is too strong for anybody to be coming out the woodworks telling you they've been trying to reach me when my number has been public for 20 years. Listen, brothers and sisters, I want y'all to listen. My phone number has been the same for 20 years. So anybody telling you they've been trying to reach me and my phone number hasn't changed in 20 years, mind you, I speak at graduations in Philadelphia all the time. I'm on the street in Philadelphia all the time. I have events in Philadelphia all the time. I got family in Philadelphia everywhere. And you've been trying to find me? Stop the cap now. Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? Trying to build your struggle streamer career off of my back, coming up out of nowhere, acting like you've been looking for me. Get Mama Smurf. When can the three of us have a sit down? I'm ready for this. I'm ready for When can Mama Smurf, Papa Smurf, and Baby Smurf have a sit down? Oh, I'm ready for this. And I will have my white man paperwork. I will have my white man paperwork. When can we do the sit down? When can we do the sit down? Been paying child support since you damn near came out the womb. Deadbeat who? When can we have a sit down? Child support started, you wasn't even out your mama yet, and she took me to child support. Deadbeat who? Deadbeat who? Child custody file this thick. What are we talking about? Where is Mama Smurf? What is your mama's Instagram? We want to ask her some questions. Where's your mama's face? Where is the mother? And none of y'all asking no questions.
Lord have mercy.
This is how you know that this is not about the truth. If his number hasn't changed in 20 years, why haven't you called for an in-person conversation? You wait until now. Why is that? Why did you wait until now? I want you to get off of social media for a minute. Stop looking ridiculous. Get off social media for a minute, Baby Smurf. Stop looking ridiculous. And I want you to get Mama Smurf. And on Thursday, 1 week from today, I'm calling you out, you and Mama Smurf. I want a respectable private FDMG tour and luncheon. Baby Smurf, Mama Smurf, and Big Papa. Wilmington, Delaware. Let's put it into this right now.
You absolutely right. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Now I ain't going to tell you no word of a lie. We have to stop making excuses for absent parents. Regardless of the fact if you are male or female, everybody should be held accountable in this situation. And how dare you dismiss a young lady's feelings? She's a grown woman and she's saying that her father have not at all been custodian. It doesn't matter what he said or what he brought up about, oh yes, I have 2 daughters. The fact of remain is you have 2 daughters that you haven't been there to support, there to love, there to show face. That's the God honest truth. Now, the thing about this, let's stop letting these people get away with not taking accountability for their actions. I don't give a care what doctor he is or what he is. All I know, he hasn't been there for their child. And I'm a mother, so I understand. You know what I'm saying? I'm somebody's daughter, so I understand where she's coming from. And her feelings is very much so irrelevant. I don't give a care what side it is. It's the fact matters that he hasn't been there. Open, closed case. What do we have next? Thank you. Oh, and let me just say that too. Like somebody said, he advocates for non-broken homes, meaning he do not want us as black people to have broken homes, but he create broken homes. Let me be. Thank you.
Trying to use your father's name to build your struggle streamer career is so not cool. Struggle streamer? But
you know, we talk about MAGA Republicans being in a cult and how stupid and dumb the MAGA Republicans can be. But my black Nubian kings and queens, y'all motherfuckers just as bad. Y'all hang on to every word this con artist Jermaine Shoemaker, a.k.a. Dr.Umars say. And it's pretty sad. Anyway. Allegedly, Dr.Umars' daughter or one of his daughters got on TikTok to tell the people that she was looking for her other sibling and that her daddy is a deadbeat. Allegedly. Well, no, I ain't gonna say allegedly. Because her grifting ass daddy responded. And did he respond in a deadbeat kind of way? Jermaine Shoemaker, you ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself. And how come I know that this lady getting to this man? Y'all favorite Nubian king? His Instagram page is full of praise all of a sudden. Left and right. Right and left. Instead of him getting with his alleged daughter to repair the relationship, he want to blame the mama. Well, I'm going to tell you like my mama used to say, that's your daddy, you can go see him. That's your daughter, you can go see her. He's a fucking con artist. That's what he is. Y'all love a con artist. I don't know why. Y'all just like con artist motherfuckers in the black community. Prince of Pan-Africanism, my ass.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'd like to briefly speak about Dr. Umar and the situation with his daughter. Even though nobody asked me for my 2 cents, here it is. Dr. Umar stated in his video that he was paying child support since she came out the womb. That means immediately he was put on child support. Immediately. He said he has a custody file. He said he was going to bring his white man paperwork, his custody files, this thick. You know what that means? You know what that says? That says court dates, lawyers, pickups and drop-offs, him having to go to court and defend himself to be a fit parent. I watched my uncle go through a custody battle with his wife, and he had to do the same thing. Don't just come on this internet and you don't know all the facts. Custody battles are very nasty. And when the woman can't win, you know what they use? They use the children. That's what they use. When he said he had custody files this thick, I already knew what that meant. I watched my uncle go through that. These men are distraught trying to fight for their children. Listen, court dates, the lawyer fees, the pickups and the drop-off, having to fight to defend yourself in court just to see your kid. It gets weary after a while. I watched my uncle cry. Grown men cry because the woman couldn't have him, so they used the child. Please don't come on this internet and judge, because Jesus is not hiring. Don't always be so quick to stand with the side of the child, because you don't know who was stringing that child along. I watched my uncle distraught, crying. When Dr. Umar said the custody files are this thick, man, it touched me because I watched my uncle do the same thing. Court dates, having to defend yourself, having people speak on your behalf for years. The girl came on the internet and said she tried to reach out to Dr. Umar and Dr. Umar didn't respond. I need to see those receipts, because what she should have added those receipts in the video. Don't just come on here and bash Dr. Umar like that. You don't know what that man been through. You don't know what the toll of custody battles will do to you. There's a point in time when men just get weary and give up. Years I watched my uncle fight for his kid. I'm talking about fight. And after a point, you get weary. It gets tiring. Don't come on this internet and bash Dr. Umar and you really don't know, especially if you know about custody battles. There are many people who might even be one right now. Me myself. I watched my mother try to drag my dad. No, absolutely not. My mother's a nurse, okay? So she thought she was all high and mighty on her little mountain, right? When I was born, my mother tried to give me her maiden name. You understand? You know what my dad had to do? March himself down to that hospital and make sure my last name was his last name. Because sometimes you have bitter mothers out here. Don't bash Dr. Umar like that. You don't know what he's done. When that man said that he had custody files this thick, I already knew what he meant. I watched my uncle go through it. I watched my dad go through it. Women can be very vindictive when they can't get the man. So you know what they use? They use the children. I feel for Dr. Umar right now. I watch family members go through custody battles, and it's nothing nice. Nothing nice. So before you come on this internet and you judge Dr. Umar, please give that man some grace. I want to see those receipts from his daughter where she reached out to him and he didn't respond. I need to see those. Women can be very vindictive. Very. As a woman, I know that. I've seen some girl do some awful things just because the man doesn't want to be with her. So you keep the child? You badmouth the father around the child? I've seen it happen. I'm sure some of you have seen it too. So don't come on here and bash Dr. Umar, please. I've watched too many men fight for their kids. And after a while it gets weary, they're tired. It's exhausting. Because it's a back and forth and a tit for tat. Don't come on this internet and bash Dr. Umar because you don't know what he went through. That man may be tired. And listen, if he says that he was put on child support before she came out the womb, she said she was 22. I don't know how child support works, whether it stops at 18 or 21, but she's 22. So them child support payments stop, right? They stop, right? So what is she coming to do? Come on social media and try to assassinate her father's character. Let me tell you something. It took me nothing to reach out to my dad. And baby, when I reached out, that was it. If you truly wanted to be with your dad, you would be. Because I am. I can't imagine Dr. Umar turning away his own daughter. I don't believe it at all. I need to see those receipts where you said you text him and he didn't respond. I need to see that because I feel like that daughter is talking through her mother. Okay? Women, we know as women, we can be very vindictive. Okay? I don't buy it. Give Dr. Umar some grace. You don't know what that man had to go through. These men get weary. He's probably tired. And now, y'all come to assassinate his character and don't even know the full story. I need to see those receipts where the daughter reached out to him and he didn't respond. Now, Dr. Umar, you know he likes to talk. He's a talker. He talks a lot. So don't you think Dr. Umar now knows that he has a daughter and this couldn't come back on him? Remember, he has a doctor in front of his name. You don't think that? That man is prepared because he probably saw it coming. Payment stopped. How else are you going to get him? Come on social media and assassinate his character. Why else would you do that? Why else would you do that? She badmouthed him in the video. Give Dr. Umar some grace because you don't know what. All I'm saying is do not judge this man. Custody battles are nasty. I only imagine what he had to go through. When he said custody files this thick, y'all don't know what that means? Court dates, lawyers, taking time off, stress, sleepless nights, crying to see your kid, to even visit your kid. That's what that means. Dr. Umar is not dumb. He's very much prepared. I want to see those receipts. I want to see when she reached out to Dr. Umar and he ignored her. That's what I honestly want to see. That's what I want to see. She's 22, right? And the reason why this whole situation has me deep in thought is because I watched my uncle go through the same thing for years. I watched a grown man cry, military man at that. Military man. You know what it was about? Money. That's what it was about. Money. Kept my cousin from his father. Because you were bitter. Please give Dr. Umar some grace, y'all. You don't know what it's like. I had to watch it with my own eyes, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It's horrible. Give Dr. Umar some grace, okay? Because it's a back and forth and a tit for tat. Don't come on this internet and bash Dr. Umar because you don't know what he went through. That man may be tired. And listen, if he says that he was put on child support before she came out the womb, she said she was 22. I don't know how child support works, whether it stops at 18 or 21, but she's 22. So them child support payments stop, right? They stop, right? So what is she coming to do? Come on social media and try to assassinate her father's character. Let me tell you something. It took me nothing to reach out to my dad. And baby, when I reached out, that was it. If you truly wanted to be with your dad, you would be. Because I am. I can't imagine Dr. Umar turning away his own daughter. I don't believe it at all. I need to see those receipts where you said you text him and he didn't respond. I need to see that because I feel like that daughter is talking through her mother. Okay? Women, we know as women, we can be very vindictive. Okay? I don't buy it. Give Dr. Umar some grace. You don't know what that man had to go through. These men get weary. He's probably tired. And now, y'all come to assassinate his character and don't even know the full story. I need to see those receipts where the daughter reached out to him and he didn't respond. Now, Dr. Umar, you know he likes to talk. He's a talker. He talks a lot. So don't you think Dr. Umar now knows that he has a daughter and this couldn't come back on him? Remember, he has a doctor in front of his name. You don't think that? That man is prepared because he probably saw it coming. Payment stopped. How else are you going to get him? Come on social media and assassinate his character. Why else would you do that? Why else would you do that? She badmouthed him in the video. Give Dr. Umar some grace, because you don't know what.
The reason why y'all are saying that Dr. Umar is a deadbeat with no proof, just a random booger wolf in the bed saying that that's her daddy, is because it's Dr. Umar. And it's mainly black women. No proof. And he goes out to that and stick up for y'all. The man came out and said, let her mama come forward and do a DNA test if it's true. Until we get that test, men lie, women lie, Dana don't. Y'all be so quick to slander black men and wonder why they treat y'all the way that they do. Then y'all getting on here lying, making up stories, just like the girl Maybe, which makes me not believe it anymore because y'all can get on this app and say anything but clout. Talking about, oh, he already said that's his daughter. Dr. Umar never said that. Never ever said that. Matter of fact, he's on the blogs right now saying for the mama to come forward. Yeah, calling them out. So if that's his daughter, mama need to phone in and take that swab. Take her to get that swab.
As I always say, I stay far away from women like this. You cannot build a community of women. You can't build a community with women like this. I don't have much to say about women like this, y'all, no more. Just stay away from them. Really, just stay away from them. That's his daughter. He's came on here and he's actually spoke about everything that she's talking about. They wanted to marry him after they got pregnant. He didn't want to marry them because he wanted to be a hoe. And so he left two women a statistic. He couldn't control where he put his bodily fluids. He didn't want to. He didn't care. Maybe he wanted them to get rid of the babies. I don't know. I haven't heard. Maybe they didn't. And they just chose to raise the kids on their own. There's so many situations, but he's talking. It's not like we have to speculate what happened. Like, he got them pregnant and didn't want to stay around and raise his kids. It's that simple.
This is my 5th video about this topic, and this is my last video about this topic. I am seeing disgusting black men and black women making excuses for Dr. Umar being a deadbeat to his daughter. Not only one, but two of them. Two of them. This man got on the internet and said that we need to have a conversation with your mommy on the internet in public. What? Punk. And it's black women on the comment section talking about we don't need this drama. Dr. Umar's doing everything good for the black community. What the fuck? We are cooked. And it's so sad because I don't see other nationalities. I don't see other men do this punk shit. Like, I'm sorry, they might be deadbeats, but not like black men. And that's disgusting. And the black women, it's older black women endorsing that shit. That is fucking nasty. Like, you look like a punk. You don't look like a man. You're abandoning your fucking kid. And then it's black men in the comment section talking about you don't know what happened with the mother, this, that, and it don't fucking matter what happened with the mother. Go to court. Fight nail and tooth to be in your daughter's life. Like, what the fuck? This shit really be getting me. Like, it be getting me. It be pissing me off when black men say that. Your mama's why I'm not in your life. And this, that, and the third. All this excuse. All this excuse. And I'm telling you, Dr. Umar, you losing the folks with this one. Because that's nasty.
So his daughter actually came back with an update, and she did find her sister, and she had a few words to say to the people in the comments.
Hello guys, so I just wanted to come on here with a small update. I just got off the phone with Dr. Umar's other daughter's mother, and she just told me that that's her daughter. So yes, y'all, I found her. I'm going to give her a call and talk to my sister when she gets out of school. So, and I just wanted to answer a couple questions. All that, are you going to show us the DNA test? No, because it's not your business. Why? I don't have to prove nothing to y'all internet folks. I know what it is in real life. So no, you're not getting a DNA test. What else have I seen? Why are you coming to the internet with this? I already tried to get in contact with him. He shut me down and ignored me. What else I've been seeing? Oh, you trying to tear down Dr. Umar? No, I'm not. He tore himself down by not building a relationship with his own daughter. What's another question I saw? It's a bunch of questions I seen, but y'all don't know nothing. That's my dad. I have the right. And that's my sister. I have the right. Clock it.
Okay, quick little update, y'all, on the Dr. Umar shit. So he did finally reach out to his daughter, but here was the weird shit. So he basically says, right, hey, princess, yada, 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 yada. I would love to go to lunch with you and your mother because I think that this should be discussed with both of us present, right? But that wasn't the weird shit, even though it is weird that he still is trying to make the mom be a part of this shit. But the weird thing was, he said, have your mother text or call me to let me know when she's available for the meet. Why is he so pressed to be in contact and communication with this lady mama? You ain't talked to these folk in 22 years, or however long it was, right? Why is he so pressed to have some type of interaction with this woman? I'm telling y'all, it's giving.
And this is what they do. They have kids with women in hopes that they can get back with those women or at least sleep with those women or have a place to stay. He was more focused on meeting up with her and her mom. And this girl is 22 years old. She don't need to meet up with you and her mom. She wasn't even trying to meet up with him. She was trying to get her sister's information. It doesn't sound like she wants to have a relationship with him, but she said something about, is he going to walk her down the aisle when she gets married? And like, no, he really doesn't need to because she has a stepdad that raised her, and that would be disrespectful to her stepdad. He doesn't. I hope she doesn't get married at all. Like I said, I don't advocate for women to get married at all anymore. It's 2025, and I feel like marriage should be outlawed. They're trying to make laws to force women to stay in marriages, and that's the reason I think they should be outlawed, because anything that men have to force you to do is not natural. Like, it's not good for you if you have to make laws to make women stay in marriages and try to give them like perks and benefits to stay in marriage, and also like taking away some of their rights because they won't stay in marriages. Like, yeah, we probably don't need to be married, but yeah, let's get back to it.
Dr. Umar getting canceled, y'all. I thought we was just laughing along. No, seriously, I'm not even trying to judge. If some people was really taking him seriously, like y'all gotta catch up. And even a broken clock is right twice a day. Does he have some really good principles that I think, we could keep the baby and throw out the bathwater with? But I thought we was all just laughing along. Consciousness before coochie. Okay, no snow bunnying. He like him a honey coconut milk chocolate. I thought we was all just laughing along, y'all. We can't cancel somebody who we already know is a buffoon and a fraud. Dr. Umar has been a fraud since I was in high school. I could go drive past that dilapidated school right now. I could literally leave my house and go drive by that dilapidated, boarded up, non-functional ass school. Listen, y'all. And the thing is like, Dr. Umar comes from a school of thought that was like, back in the day, some reputable motherfuckers. Like, the Hoteps back in the day, while ideologies was very right-wing and Eurocentric with a dashiki on, they still was getting shit done. What the fuck is the... We ain't never... Anything Dr. Umar preach about, we ain't never seen him actually do. Besides public speaking, where he talking about snow bunnies never. Y'all, we can't cancel somebody that was never fucking serious to begin with. And for everybody that's talking about, oh, we know that these daughters coming out was sent by the CIA. The CIA kills people who actually have the power to make moves, the power to like really sway the opinions of people. I swear to y'all, the majority of us have been laughing along. I did not think any of us took that man seriously. And I don't think the CIA would even waste their motherfucking time on a goddamn Dr. Umar. Okay? He proved himself to be a fraud before they even had to. They ain't have to put no work in for that psyop.
Dr. Umar told that lady, business before back shots. Yeah, he a deadbeat for sure. Mm-hmm.
When I look at the mothers of my two children.
Same mom, different?
Different mom. One daughter here, one daughter here. I could have married either one, but it would not have been because I thought I should have. It would have been because they were the mothers of my children. My daughter's mothers felt they should have become my wife purely due to pregnancy. And I told them I would not make a decision, a lifelong decision about who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with purely based on pregnancy. I said we can continue to explore, to date. I would like to move in with you. We have to learn more about each other before we decide to spend the rest of our lives together. And they arrogantly said it ain't going to work that way.
All right, I'm a little bit confused. Work with me. I'm being a little bit more empathetic in my assessment, and I'm looking to understand, not just look to respond. So let me just ask myself a couple questions. So you're looking to explore and date after you get her pregnant, and they arrogantly didn't just want to be a baby mama, they actually wanted to explore and live the rest of their lives with the father of their children. And you seen that as problematic. Now, again, I'm trying to make sure that we're all on the same page here and that I don't that I don't judge, because I'm always looking to understand. I know that everybody got a different perspective, but I'm expecting as you get older for you to make a better assessment of your life. Because for me, let me just say for me, not what it should be, just for me in particular. If we have a child together, you in there like swimwear for the rest of your life. You don't really, ain't no going nowhere. It is what it is. If I got two baby mamas, they both just gonna be mine because my kids are going to be under the same household as me. In a general sense, something gonna have to work out. But what I don't understand is, give me a little bit of rope here because I'm learning. I'm learning what happens in the culture. What I don't understand is, how do you make an informed decision or an assessment after you have a child? Like that seemed like that would be something that you would have a conversation within yourself, let alone with the person that you wind up getting pregnant before you have a child. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something, hey man, is this a person that I want to spend the rest of my life with? Because essentially you're tied to them through the child. And that's essentially why they say that the person that you have sex with is the person that should be your husband or your wife, is because through that child, you guys are always going to be integrated. And so why co-parent when you can be parents together in the same household? Which I know that Umar Johnson is smart enough to know the statistics that come along with being raised in a single parent household versus a two-parent household. Let me learn a little bit more.
So, as y'all can see, these women wanted to have families. They wanted to be with him and their children, and like communities do. So y'all can see the hypocrisy here. He's always talking about the black community and black single moms and black queens this, black kings that. This is the people that y'all are following. Even Anton Daniels, the dude that's sitting here talking to him, I can't stand him. He's red pill half the time. He's saying some crazy off the wall stuff too, and even he is seeing the craziness here. Dr. Umar is always talking about broken homes and broken families and black women raising kids by themselves. Or I don't know if he's just like talking about when black women are raising sons by themselves. That's a problem. But y'all see what I'm saying? To me, this is like MAGA following Trump and saying this is the greatest leader in the world. Black men and women follow men like this and deem them to be leaders of a non-existent community. So these women probably realized that he was trying to play games with them and they had been gotten, and that they just had become another statistic and decided to stop messing with him. And that's probably when he decided he wasn't going to help them with the kids or raise the kids anymore. Because as we all know, they have this mindset that if I'm not messing with the mama in any kind of way, if I can't sleep with her, have sex with her, or live with her, I'm not going to do anything for these kids. We know they have that mindset because a lot of y'all are online talking about it, and because of stuff like this.
If we don't love your mother, we don't really love you. That sounds crazy to D. To me too, man. We try to be moral and humane to you little straight that she kept. We are trying to accept you. Nobody says that. We got to stop acting like the men in the hood are the bad guys. You are here because your mother's health was in jeopardy if she aborted another one. Some of these kids, you love them in a way that's not like they your responsibility. You like, oh, you kept this one, huh? God damn. Well, let me act like I like it. This is what be happening in the United States. But if you say it, you the bad guy. 50 Cent is a man of means. It's hard to love a motherfucker that don't love you. The little boy ain't showing his father the proper love and respect you're supposed to show your parents. 50 Cent has obviously done for the boy. Who's gonna appreciate somebody who ever really did something for you? I for show that boy what's really happening out here. If it ain't no respect, if it ain't no love, you and that baby. I'll make another one. I wish I would kiss somebody's ass that ain't motherfucking respectful and ain't got love for me. Now, if you my peoples and you fuck with me right, I got you. That money over the flow, talk about entitled. How the fuck is you want a relationship with your...
So his son is supposed to love and respect a man that abandoned him and disrespects him every chance he gets, that runs from him, that acts like he doesn't exist. They feel like they can just do so much to everybody and everybody is supposed to respect them. They can talk about black women like dogs, like literally like dogs, and turn around and say they just want respect and peace. So y'all, at this point, I really don't have much empathy for black women, because I feel like a lot of these men are not lying to women. A lot of men are out here just like showing you and telling you who they are. They always have, for centuries. They always have. I know some of them lie, but they don't really lie good. They don't really disguise who they are for too long. It's just that women are so in a rush to get into relationships and to find their person, which I hate that term. I want to find my person. You don't have a person. You can't own a person. Nobody belongs to you, even if you're married. They don't belong to you. Men and women are going to do what they want to do because people are not naturally monogamous. Most women try harder to stay monogamous than men. And sometimes that doesn't work. They go off and cheat also. Because you don't own anybody's body. Whether you have a piece of paper or you made a commitment, we see that. They don't honor these commitments at all. Most men do not want to get married. And that's why I'm like, when I heard Umar say that, I'm like, yeah, that's most men. They don't want to marry you just because they're having sex with you or just because you got pregnant. They don't. That's why women are the ones who are out here begging to get married, begging for marriages. And if he does want to marry you, a lot of y'all think that means, oh, he loves me. No, he just knows that not too many women are going to put up with him, so he might as well settle for the fool that is. So that's how I see it. But anyway, let's get back into the rest of these videos and I will be right back.
So yeah, I've been saying it. That Dr. Umar and that Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, they're two frauds. They're frauds. Both of them talk about life like it's an idea. They talk about life like what it should be, how it should be. And they're not in their 20s. They're middle-aged people. Dr. Umar's in his 50s, and Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is in her mid-40s. And they're talking about life like it's an idea. It's not an idea. It's to be lived. So when you get on here and you advise people of an experience that you could have, but you're stopping yourself from having because you're sitting here talking about what other people should be doing, you're a fraud. So I was just saying how Dr. Umars Daughter was talking about him being a deadbeat. Sir, you're on here preaching every day about the black family and you're not taking care of your own family. You on here every day talking about how you're going to have 2 wives, right? And you don't even have 1 wife. And no matter what religion we talk about.
7 weeks pregnant and this responsibility. How could you do this to me? What you mean what I'm talking about?
What is you doing? Why are you trying to explain?
Because you're cat. Because you tricked me and you lied to me just in my pants. Yes, we've been talking together for and messing each other. How you don't want to kill me, but you
know nothing to do with you. I just posted and quit.
No, you're not. No. Take care of the child because you're a liar. Because you've been chasing me, and I finally give you a chance.
Yeah, I'm chasing you. I'm just chasing you to this.
So I don't know if this is a skit or not, but let's just say that it's not. He sit here and told you to your face he does not want a kid. He sit here and told you that he only wanted sex from you. He did what he had to do. He's playing a game. That's what they do. They play games to have sex with you. We know that. Women act like they don't know that by now, but if you don't know that, I don't know what to tell you. So after anything that happens at this point is on you. It's your body now and it's your choice. It was his body and his choice when he chose to shoot up the club. He chose to shoot up the club and now he's choosing not to take care of his child. He made that choice. Now the choice is yours. You go do what you need to do, or you're going to be a single mom, or you're going to be chasing him down for child support for the rest of your life and arguing with him. All of those are choices that you're going to have to make and deal with after you make them. That's on you.
And you talking about having a kid with me? Go ahead with that, bro. Go ahead. And then you trying to put me on blast. Like, that's going to piss me off right there. You trying to put me on the internet.
But everything you told me. Our connection.
Yeah, you ain't never been played before? You ain't never been played before,
wow.
Bro. You don't know the game. I say sweet to you. And just to hit it. That's it.
All right. That's how you want to play?
I'm telling you now. Look, I don't want nothing to do with no kid.
You don't have everything to do with this child. You got me messed up. You want to do everything you need to do to take care of the child. Child support. What you talking about? For what? For our baby.
Look,
for our baby.
My kid. You ain't showing me no DNA test, and you just trying to pop a kid on me.
Who else have I been with? Bro? Who else have I been with?
Man,
I don't show you. I don't show you nothing about wifey material.
I've been pulling up
That's
on
the
you.
truth.
Tell
Y'all
me
want to
who
chase
you
us
been
down,
with.
and then when we finally give y'all a chance,
Man, go ahead. Right.
When we finally get a chance, and now I'm pregnant. Now you don't want nothing to do with me, right?
You right. I don't want nothing to do with you because I'm telling you that now.
All right, I'm gonna be a
so
risk.
don't try to make the decision to have a kid, and I'm already telling you I
It's
don't
my
want
right.
it.
And I told you that I didn't want to mess with nobody. And what you do? Oh, I think you're beautiful.
You right. Sweet
Yeah.
talk. I'm sweet talking. That's it. And you fell for it.
And
Women who do this put themselves in extreme danger. You're literally playing with your life. There have been so many stories of men taking women out when they get pregnant and they told that woman they don't want to have a baby by them. They take these women off of this earth. All you have to do is look up all the stories. It's so many of them. Sometimes the baby survives and the woman doesn't, and sometimes it's the other way around. She said child support. Like, y'all need to stop playing like this. He said he doesn't want you or the baby. If you decide to have that baby, it's going to be so many consequences that you have to deal with. You're going to be the one that's hurting. Because the laws don't do anything to these men. It's men out here that will take you out that's paying 32 cents a week in child support because they don't have the 32 cents a week. And if they don't pay the 32 cents a week, they're going to get put in jail or their checks are going to get doxxed if they ever do get a job. I just need women to know how all of this is in your hands. Everything that's going on is in your hands. She said that she didn't even want to mess with nobody and he talked her into it. So you had no boundaries. You tried to set a boundary, but it wasn't really a boundary because it wasn't hard for him to break that boundary. And now she's pregnant. And she's early enough along to where she can go and get it taken care of and learn from this mistake. But it sounds like she's going to be an idiot and decide to keep the baby. In which I don't mind. It's okay if you just want a baby and you just want to be a mother. But only if that's what you plan on doing by yourself. Not trying to force this man to take care of it. Because the law is not going to force him to take care of it. You're going to have to take care of that baby. And you're going to be the one that's struggling if you don't have a community of women to help you.
Is that how you gonna talk to me? I don't want nothing to do with you.
Boy, you know what you're doing to my mind right now?
I don't care about none of that.
What you mean you don't care?
I don't care
What
about
you mean you
none
don't
of
care?
that,
I'm 7 weeks pregnant.
Go get him to do something you talking about.
I'm not doing that to my body.
Go ahead. I'm telling you right now, I don't even want nothing to do with the kid. I don't want nothing to do with you.
Yo, that is so messed
Come
up.
on.
Man.
And you still trying to have a baby.
No, yes, I am.
See, that's what's
I thought we
wrong
had a
right there. Why
connection.
would you? Who?
Eyes.
That surface level we've been doing? Come on, bro.
Surface level, right?
But
opening my surface level, though, right?
What are you talking about?
But opening my surface level, though?
Yes.
Oh,
that is
wow.
surface level. What are you talking about?
No, you don't take care of the child, like I said.
I'm not taking care of
Yeah,
nothing
you
because
are.
I don't want nothing to do with the kid.
You don't have everything to do with the kid, child support.
I don't even want to meet your family. Like, you gotta go
Why
ahead
you
with
be so
that.
nasty, though?
Man,
that's
go
what's wrong with y'all
ahead.
dirt.
So?
What you talking about?
So?
You're gonna take care of this child, like I
I'm
said,
not taking
and that's
care of
it.
nothing.
All right, I'm gonna call my dad. I'm gonna call my uncles. It's gonna be a wrap.
Hold on. What you talking about?
That's going to scare you.
Man, go
It's
ahead
going
with
to
that.
scare you
That
because
don't
now
scare me.
you're
You
gonna
talking
know
about
better. Now you're going
having
to
people
know
pull up
better.
on me
Now
for a
you're going
kid.
to
Man,
know
you go
better.
ahead
You're
with
gonna
that.
see. You're
'Cause it
gonna
don't
see.
scare me at
You're
all,
gonna see.
bro.
You're
I'm
gonna
finna
see.
dip. How about
Okay.
that? How about
Alright.
that? How about
Okay.
that? Yeah, and don't even reach out to me because you about it.
I'm not having I'm not doing none of that. No, you have okay.
Dr. Umar's daughter just got on here and said, hey, your favorite black activist is a deadbeat father. He didn't even stay with the black queen that he chose to impregnate, right? Now, this is all alleged, but she says she has a DNA test proof. Dr. Umar, listen, if this is true, you deserve 1,000 lashes. In all seriousness, though, we gonna need her to drop that paperwork. We gonna need her to drop that DNA test paperwork because we can't just go off no rumor. But if Dr. Umar Johnson is a deadbeat father, never been there, need 1,000 lashes on Instagram live. Crazy thing is too, I went to her page, I checked her page and her bio. It says that she's from Philly. I said, oh man, fuck. Dr. Umar is from Philly. Like, it just makes a lot of sense. And then he said, she said that she has another sister on his side. You know what I'm saying? And she's just trying to find her. But she from
So I'm done talking about y'all's leader. In the end, with all that has been said about this situation, it's only going to stop when women stand up and stop having kids by men like this. Yeah, women have control. And I keep saying, I think women need to go now, right now, as soon as possible, get on birth control. At least for the next 10 years. If you're young, try to get on some long-term birth control. If you're old and you're still of childbearing age, try to go get permanent birth control. Get your tubes tied, clipped, whatever. I know it's, it's so much stuff that we have to do to our bodies as women to prevent birthing spawn by men like this. And we can't just choose to just birth girls and teach them how to not continue birthing these males. Y'all, I'm trying to watch my words. I'm really trying to watch my words. But yeah, I keep saying if you have girls that are like 13 or 14, go ahead and get them on some birth control. I know our bodies react differently to it. Most birth control is very dangerous for women, which is why I hate telling y'all to do it. But we got to do what we got to do now, because we cannot continue to keep birthing men when a majority of them have this mindset. I'm not going to say all, but I am going to say it is the mass majority, especially in the non-existent Black community, that have this mindset. Protect your daughters. Show them these videos that creators are making for them. We're not just making this for older women who know better. We are making these videos trying to save our girls, trying to get them to focus more on themselves, because if they do that in their teenage years, we can start to build communities with women where we can help these girls and help each other if they do happen to get pregnant. They don't have to depend on these men to help them, and it'll just be so much easier for women to just raise these kids together. With everything that's going on in the United States, it's about to get hard on everybody. And that's why I said nobody needs to be getting married or having kids for at least another 10 years. If y'all haven't watched some of my videos, my older videos, go back and watch them. I talk a little bit about what's going on globally with the birth rates, and I talk about the laws that they are changing in the United States to oppress women, to force women into marriages they don't want to be in, to have kids. They're trying to stop women from traveling if they're pregnant, so because they don't want women to get abortions. Well, mainly white women. They don't care about Black women getting abortions in America. But if y'all don't know, I live in Oklahoma, and Oklahoma is like the ground zero for creating like the most degenerate laws. They are literally trying to stop women from reading romance books in Oklahoma, romance books that are too spicy, that have like graphic sex scenes in them. And I read romance books. They're trying to like find women and lock up authors who write books like this. Some states are creating filial laws that are going to force women to financially care for their elderly parents, because Trump is wanting to gut Social Security and retirement and all of that. So that's going to fall on women. They are making laws to force women to stay in abusive marriages. They are trying to take away voting rights for women if you change your last name to your husband's last name when you get married. Y'all, it's so much stuff that they're trying to do to like keep women down and at the bottom. And I live in a state that is red, but it is a lot of women, white women, who are protesting and going to our Capitol As you know, black women and men, I don't care. Well, black men can do whatever they want to do, but black women, y'all do not need to be out protesting and marching because they want us to get out there. They want us to get out there and do these things so they can take us out. And I say that because Trump has, he has just rolled back. He just gave police full immunity, y'all. Full immunity to take us out, and they're trying to change laws to where if somebody tries to protect themselves against a cop who is trying to take them out, if they take the cop out, they will give you the death penalty. And that is the original slave patrol. If y'all don't know about the slave patrol, look it up, Google it, and that's where our cops originated, and that's what they're trying to go back to because Trump said that's what he wants to go back to when America was great for him. They are also saying that they want to release Derek Chauvin, the man who killed George Floyd. I wasn't a fan of George Floyd. I wasn't going to march for George Floyd because I knew what he did and who he was as a person. A lot of black people don't know, and they pretty much don't care what he did to women when he was alive. But they are doing this, in my opinion. They're trying to get black people to get out in the streets and march. If y'all haven't noticed, it hasn't been too many black people protesting with everybody else because we know that we are targets. We have targets on our backs. It's just obvious. There are even white people making videos telling us this, that they are trying to aggravate us, to get us out in the streets so they can take us out, literally take us out. And this is why people don't understand why black women are saying we're resting. They don't know how serious it is for us. They're pissed that they are getting kicked out of the country when we're here like sitting ducks. So as always, what I tell women to arm yourselves, because whenever stuff like this happens, whenever countries are going to war, women are casualties, kids are casualties, women are taken as like prizes for the men, and gold. We're like more valuable than gold when people are at war. So women, that's why I keep saying, y'all, people are threatening to go to war with America. It is just so much. I said I wasn't going to talk about politics, but it is just so much going on that people who look like me don't even know. Like, most black people are not even paying attention to what's going on. They don't even know how serious it is right now for us in America. Trump and Elon are from a family of Nazis. They are. Elon's dad and grandfather were Nazis, and Trump's dad was a Klan member. So we are living in a country that is being ran right now by domestic terrorists. So I'm pretty sure they are listening to my channel, and I know that's why I'm being censored. I know that's why I don't even have 2K followers after 2 years. They will not let my channel grow. I still have people every day telling me that they subscribe to my channel, and I look at my numbers and they are the exact same, but I still do appreciate those of you who are sharing my videos because at least they're still being seen, even though my numbers are not growing. But thank you, ladies, for listening. If you got this far, put a blue heart down in the comments. Leave a comment, please, because that is showing me that you are still watching and that you are supporting, and I really appreciate it. So I will talk to you ladies later. Enjoy your Saturday. Bye.